Today I'm going to give you a few quick and simple tips to take in mind as you begin your journey in Wuthering Waves. For any gacha veterans, some of these may be familiar concepts, but my primary goal is to help newer players to the genre, or players who want to remain free to play, avoid some common pitfalls present in gacha games, WoWA being no exception. I'd appreciate it if we could keep the channel momentum going strong, so don't forget to like and subscribe. The first and most important tip is to simply have fun. Play the game the way you want to play it. If you are a waifu only player, a husbando enjoyer, a no pull account, a solo character account, if you want to learn and chase meta and get all the optimal team comps and gear sets, then go for it. Figure out what you want to get out of this game for enjoyment, and don't let others in a different playstyle camp piss on your parade. But at the same time, just as you should play the way you want, you should also let others play the way they want as well. This will help foster a healthier community instead of one festered with toxic rivalries. Rerolling is an option, not required. Rerolling is a staple in any gacha game with the intent on acquiring your desired 5-star character plus one additional 5-star in what roles are given to you at the start of the game. And this is oftentimes a long and exhausting process that can take days if you are unlucky enough, and is a quick way to burn out of the game before you even start playing it. Rerolling in Wuthering Waves has an extra layer of tedium to it, as you can't use salted emails but instead must make a fresh account each time, then speedrun through a 30 to 45 minute-ish introduction before unlocking the summoning feature. But while other gachas recommend rerolling for high-tier characters to aid in progression, Wuthering Waves will almost make rerolling unnecessary. The beginner banner will allow you to choose which 5-star character is the focus of the banner, guaranteeing you that character and only that character. The biggest case for rerolling would be if you want to get Gion early in your first 10 pull, so that you can then spend the rest of your resources for his weapon or save for a future character. The potential to save with rerolling is certainly high, but at the cost of your time and sanity, it may not be worth it. Don't feel pressured to reroll if you don't want to. It is not necessary. Save for guaranteed pity. As you acquire your summon currency, you should get into the habit of only pulling when you can guarantee the character or weapon you want. This will help remove the temptation from spending money to make up for that difference. You can't always count on your luck to get a character before the 80 pity, and you can't always count on winning your 50-50. Sometimes a character will come in 40 pulls, other times it will take up to 150 pulls or anywhere in between. If you end up falling short, then that's going to increase the pressure to spend, which you may end up regretting. And so this also ties in with the next tip, but do not use your Astrite on the standard banner. Your Astrite is a precious resource that you'll need to spend wisely. Your primary use for Astrite should be to acquire the limited character you desire. Other uses for Astrite can be for limited weapon banners, but you will have to make the choice between a character or a weapon. Don't count on getting lucky every time, and do not expect to get enough Astrite to be given out every patch to guarantee a character. We don't know yet what our premium currency income will be from patch to patch. Manage your upgrade resources wisely. In the beginning of the game, you'll find yourself showered with character, weapon, and echo level up materials, echo tuners, and skill upgrade materials as you progress through your story and complete quests and raise your account level. So it may feel like you can just throw those resources to the wind and spend them on every character you get. However, you will soon find that those resources will quickly dry up and require you to farm them with your stamina, which in the early levels, the stamina to reward ratio is abysmal. This also ties in with the next tip, where you should build tall first, then long. You want to focus on a few characters first to ensure that you have all the resources needed to make them endgame ready before you branch out and expand to other characters you like or new characters you acquire. Eventually, you will want a widely developed roster of characters for the various endgame modes, or just to enjoy the variety, but that will have to come over time as you gain the resources for them, rather than burning everything away at the start across 8 characters only to end up with none of them able to compete in in-game content. In order to start getting your in-game gear, you will need to level up your Echo databank. You level up the databank by collecting an echo of each rarity for the first time. You'll initially only be able to collect the lowest rarity, but unlock higher rarities the higher your level becomes. So don't ignore the mobs on the overworld, as you will need their echo entry to raise your databank. Fortunately, the game comes with a built-in mob tracker to save you the hassle of trying to find the echoes you are missing. And my last tip for you is to cross-reference your sources. There are a lot of useful guides and tips making the rounds right now, and that will only increase when the game comes out. It's always a good idea to get a secondary or tertiary opinion when it comes to builds, character showcases, future characters, tier lists, or any other helpful tool, such as this very video. Not only can you acquire more information that other videos may have missed or covered very little, but when it comes to dissenting opinions, you'll be able to make a more informed decision yourself instead of just accepting the first bit of information you encounter as truth. I Am Rivenous and Stepperoo are some of my go-to creators for their in-depth coverage of various WoWA topics, but stay on the lookout for other up-and-coming creators as well. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Wuthering Waves is just a week away. How are you preparing for the launch of the game? Let me know down below, and I hope to see you all for the launch next week.